and gentlemen, this is Lions Den with another news and commentary. Yesterday, I broke the story of, you know, Raiders head coach John Gruden and his racist rhetoric with, the NFLPA, president, Damari Smith, and using his, racial epithet in his emails with Bruce Allen. Now, here's a story, and I'm going to react to Keyshawn Johnson with this, resignation for a second. So it all started, according to multiple sources. There's been an investigation with the Washington football team, with owner Daniel Snyder, with former GM Bruce Allen. And so Bruce Allen and John Gruden, they've been friends for years. So what happened is that all the reports that there's more emails that's coming out now by this investigation. And remember, I explained to you about a Wall Street Journal about what John Gruden said about Damari Smith and his racial epithets. But it turns out that there's multiple emails. They're not just one email, it's multiple emails because of this investigation. Now remember, the Washington football team was basically investigated because there's been some mistreatment practices when it comes to women in the workplace. So they're been investigated at the time. So, but then there's been reports, there's in 2010 through 2018, multiple emails between former Washington football team GM Bruce Allen and John Gruden. Now, the emails we've been hearing is that Damari Smith isn't the only person that, quote unquote, John Gruden's been attacked. And this is why they finally this is why Raiders owner Mark Davis is the Raiders owner. He had enough of this. There's multiple emails now that not only attacking, when it comes to Damari Smith in the black community, but there's anti-gay slurs. There's he criticized basically women referees and everything else. All this is coming out yesterday. All this is coming out, and like I said, and I knew that to 2011. At first, they said they would not fire John Gruden because there's one email, which, in my opinion, they should fire him for that. But then it turns out, according to investigation with the Washington football team former GM Bruce Allen, and it's changed emails between Bruce Allen and John Gruden, that there's multiple emails out there now. This and the multiple emails is attacking gays, anti-gay, anti-black, anti-women. All of this is coming out. It was so much that Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders, the son of Al Davis, the late great Al Davis, had a meeting last night. They had a meeting between him and basically they had a meeting between him and John Gruden, right? So John Gruden got a resignation letter and said that, and told Mark Davis accept his resignation, and that's what happened. Attacking Damari Smith is one thing, but when you attack like an anti-gay slur, now Carl Nassib, the openly gay football player, he attacked him. Now that's what I'm saying. He attacked everybody through multiple emails. Now let's go ahead and play this video. Now this is from Keyshawn Johnson. Now remember, Keyshawn Johnson used to play for John Gruden at the time, and Keyshawn even warned everybody about John Gruden, but they didn't listen to him. So let's play this video, and then I'm gonna continue the rest of my commentary.
The year that, think about it, we won the championship, and we're standing on the podium in the Super Bowl, and the general manager is trying to raise the trophy, and the head coach takes the trophy from him, basically says, "Give me this belongs to me." And all of that, when you're paying attention, and then the next year, the general manager leaves in the middle of the season because he doesn't want to deal with all the shenanigans that was going on. Think about this though, Jay and Max. He leaves in the middle. Rich McKay left in the middle of the season to go take another job with another team because he didn't want to be around this guy.
So that's Keyshawn Johnson, and it's talk about John Gruden. Now, Rich McKay, for those of you who don't know who he is, Rich McKay, I believe he was a former GM of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when he was when John Gruden was a head coach. So these are multiple videos of what Keyshawn Johnson was saying, and Keyshawn Johnson himself was even warning everybody about how John Gruden is, and nobody listens to him. Everybody criticized Keyshawn. He's a diva. He made him, man, I want the damn ball, blah, 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 blah. But Keyshawn, even on his previous shows, saying that he is a bad guy. He's still a bad guy. He basically, and a lot of people say, well, he didn't say he's a racist, but we heard what you said. It's all through the damn emails. So we all thought, when I did my last video the last time, we all thought that John Gruden just went after DeMaurice Smith, with his racial epithets. When you talk about his big lips look like Michelin tires. We all thought it was that. But it turns out that he got multiple emails attacking everybody. Carl Nassib, an openly gay football player. I believe he attacked Ed Reed for doing basically when it comes to the protests with when the Colin Kaepernick protests, doing police brutality and racial injustice. He attacked him for that. He also attacked women that are referees. He didn't like that. So all these multiple emails that came out against John Gruden, and Mark Davis had enough. He said, "You know what, man? You have to go. We really won't want that here." Because at first he liked even Al Davis at the time. Al Davis, Mark Davis, they really liked John Gruden at first. And then all of a sudden he went to Tampa Bay and everything. He traded to Tampa Bay. They said he traded to Tampa Bay, and John Gruden didn't like it. But my point is, ladies and gentlemen, is that DeMaurice Smith isn't the only person that John Gruden said disrespectfully in his emails with Bruce Allen. There's multiple emails. It's now starting to come out. Because yesterday we all thought it was only one email, but it turns out it was multiple emails. Not just against DeMaurice Smith, but against Carl Nassib, the Raiders openly gay player. He went out to Ed Reed for protesting, along with Colin Kaepernick across this country for police brutality, racial injustice, against female referees. I mean, he's against everybody. And normally, Mark Davis don't fire anybody. Now, this is not a firing. This is a resignation. He was resigned. But this is why these things are happening now. And it's all started because of the investigation of the Washington football team, of the mistreatment of employees there. It was so bad, especially women employees. So it was so bad that FBI is investigating all of this between owner Daniel Snyder and former GM Bruce Allen. So this is why this is coming out. Y'all let me know what you think about this. I mean, it shows you, Dave, and he tried to hide it. He don't want to talk about it anymore. And yesterday he was like, well, I'm talking about John Gruden. I'm not a racist and blah, blah, blah. And then he said, I don't want to talk about it anymore. What do you mean you don't want to talk about it anymore? We need to talk about this. Because between 75% black NFL players is playing in the NFL right now. 75% black. So you telling me that you don't want to talk about what you just said about DeMaurice Smith? About the lips comments, which is racist? Give me a break, guys. But again, all of this you think they hiding from it and everything else is now coming back to haunt John Gruden. It's coming back to haunt him now. So now he's been resigned. And, Stephen A. Smith, I don't want to go in with him. He's coonish anyway. When he made it, so I don't think he's going to be fired, blah, 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 blah. But then when all the other emails come out, he changed his tune and say, oh, his career is done. Well, I don't want to start with him, but the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, is that, you know, John Gruden is gone as Raiders head coach. And the thing of it is that I think some black players and other players as well try to breathe a sigh of relief because they felt like, I want to feed my families. I want to do what's right, but I don't want to play with a head coach that he felt this way he felt. Y'all let me know what you think about this. Like, click, subscribe, and remember to click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. With that being said, the Lions didn't sign off. Deuces.